Hello students, today we'll start with engineering mechanics. Basically engineering mechanics is a branch of physics. In this mechanics there are two parts, one is statics, other one is the dynamics. In statics, bodies remains at rest under the action of forces. That means when we apply number of forces on body, still body doesn't move in any direction. That branch of mechanics is called as statics. And the branch in which when you apply some forces on the bodies and body is in motion, that means body may start its motion from rest, right, or initially it is in motion and then it comes to rest. That means due to forces its state changes. So branch of mechanics in which under the action of forces when bodies are in motion, that branch is called as dynamics. In this lecture from dynamics I will take one topic that is called as projectile motion. Basically projectile motion is what? Any body, you can say stone, is thrown in the direction in air in inclined direction. That means if it is thrown in a vertical direction, it becomes a straight line motion. Projectile motion is a curvilinear motion. Now when a stone is thrown and during this motion what happens? Once it is projected or thrown, it is subjected to acceleration due to gravity. Due to acceleration due to gravity, that motion gets split up along x and y axis. Just see. For example, suppose this one is original position, say origin, and represent here, say this one is what? Reference axis means our x-axis, and this one is reference axis y. And one stone which is projected, that is you can say from this point, called as point of projection. The point from where body is projected is called as point of projection. If it is projected with some initial velocity, that velocity with which body is projected is represented by u0 and is called as velocity of projection. Now you are getting some inclination with horizontal. Inclination of this velocity with horizontal is represented by theta 0 and is called as angle of projection. That means u0 is velocity of projection. Theta 0 is called as angle of projection. Angle of projection. Now once this particle or stone is thrown, this particle moves in the air along some path and finally it lands or strikes on the ground. Now this path which one is traced by this particle will identify this is which type of path that one will throw. Now what happens? When this particle is projected, if we will resolve this velocity along x and along y axis, as inclination of velocity with horizontal is theta 0, if we resolve it, the horizontal component is u0x, which is nothing but as angle is with horizontal, this component is called as cos component. It's u0 cos of theta 0. And vertical component I will write as u0y, which is nothing but u0 sin theta. Okay. Now projectile motion is a type of motion in which once a body is projected, it is subjected to only acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity acts in vertically downward direction. That means here resultant acceleration of particle is nothing but what? G, that is acceleration due to gravity. As resultant acceleration is only in vertical direction, that means in horizontal direction there is no acceleration. When there is no acceleration along x-axis, this horizontal component of velocity remains constant, that will not change. What is the reason why this component remains constant? As resultant acceleration of particle is acceleration due to gravity, which acts in vertically downward direction, there is no acceleration along x-axis. Therefore you can say your u0x is a horizontal component of acceleration. If I locate here any point, say A, what component of velocity will it? I will write either Vax and if you locate some more points B, C, D, E, any number of points, and if you take its horizontal component, maybe you can say at B, that is BBX, and so on, this component remains constant. As this component remains constant, so along x-axis what distance is traveled, that is given by our equations of motion. So in horizontal direction, what in horizontal direction, what will get here, x, if you apply our equation of motion, x or maybe s equal to what, velocity into time. What is the velocity along x-axis? u0x. So it is u0x into t. This one is the first equation of motion. So along x-axis there is only one equation. Other equations of motion will not apply along x-axis because other equation is in terms of acceleration. Acceleration is 0. So finally what we will get is nothing but horizontal component remains constant. Now in vertical direction, here particle starts from this location. As particle moves in upward direction, here you will get different location, that means you will get different height from x-axis. Means you can say you will get what? Different y. Vertical distance will go on changing. That one increases first one. Up to this point you will get what here? Maximum, and then it again decreases. That means in horizontal direction, one equation. In vertical direction, equation of s if you write, that is nothing but along y-axis you are writing, you can say you will write it y. Equation of motion is what? S equal to ut plus half at square. Now u means initial velocity, but in vertical direction velocity is what? u0y. So ut means u0yt. Second term is half at square, but now a is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. Will follow sign convention, upward as positive, and g is in vertically downward direction. Therefore this plus half at square is replaced by what? Minus half gt square. Minus half gt square. This one is equation in vertical direction. Say equation number 2. Okay. Now, when particle starts from this point A and will take any arbitrary position where coordinates of this point are x and y. That means what? Distance of this point A from x-axis, this one displacement is y, and from this point A, what distance will get from y-axis, means from origin, is nothing but distance x. Okay. Now, at point A, what coordinates we are getting, x and y. The equation of this path, if you want to find out, you want simply relation between x and y. To find out this relation between x and y, you know one equation of x, you know equation of y, right? But that is in terms of time t. Assuming from O to A, it takes some time t, and then what equations will write? In that equation, time t represents how much time this particle takes to reach to location A. That means now, if you consider motion from point O to point A, from O to A, and if you apply our equation, first equation, that means in horizontal direction, our equation is what? X equal to u0x into t, where u0x is nothing but u0 cos of theta 0 into t. I substitute this u0x as component of velocity, u0 cos theta 0. Now you look at relation between what? One is x, horizontal distance traveled by particle. u0 is initial velocity, means velocity of projection. Theta 0 is angle of projection, and t is time of flight, how much time it takes to reach to location A. Therefore, this t is equal to what? X upon u0 cos of theta. Okay. That means it takes how much time to reach to location A? X upon u0 cos of theta. Now in vertical direction, if you apply our equation, that equation of y. So y equal to, it is u0yt. Now u0y is what? So u0 sin theta 0. u0 sin theta 0. Now u0yt, minus half gt square. This t already we calculated and substitute here x upon u0 cos of theta 0 minus half gt square minus half g and t is x upon u0 cos of theta 0 and its square. Therefore, this y equal, this one is written as what now? u0 0 gets cancelled. Sin theta 0 upon cos theta 0 is what? Sin upon cos is tan. Tan theta 0 x. Tan theta 0 x minus. This is half g. It is a square of this bracket, that means x square. So gx square will get in numerator. In denominator, this one is gx square. In denominator already there is 2. And this will be what? u0 square cos square theta 0. Here there is a term of x and here a term of x square. That means it is, you can say ax plus bx square, ax minus bx square. This represents what? It is equation of parabola. Therefore, what we have proved here, the path traced by projectile is what? Parabolic in nature. That means proof of what? Prove that path traced by projectile is parabolic. Is it clear? Now this one is the first part where what we discuss is equation of. Next important is what? During this motion, when it reaches to maximum height, because there is some location, you can say this one is the point where during this motion it reaches to this location beyond which it doesn't move. So what will get here? Maximum height reached by projectile. Then when it moves from A and from O, and when it again finally reaches ground, it takes some time from start of motion to the end of motion. What time will get is called as time of flight. Very important term. Time of flight. In between will get some maximum height reached by projectile motion. And from this O to this location when it strikes ground, what horizontal distance travelled by projectile is called as what? Range. So this formula of height, then range, time of flight, all this one will derive in second lecture. And then how to tackle this problem, that means how to solve the problem where it's not necessary always motion ends on same horizontal axis, because if there is a hill, particle stone is projected, that will strike here on the ground which is below the point of projection. That means we will get some problem where location of point of projection and where it strikes, that location may be above this horizontal level, that may be below horizontal level, that may be on same level. When it is above or below, for that one we will get some vertical distance. That means this one part in when you solve these problems, there are around, you can say 12-13 problems in which all problems will cover, and that one will study in next lecture. For further lectures, please subscribe our channel and press bell icon. Thank you.